whole point of playing the internet. If you're just joking, why didn't you just joke?
No, see, you're a bitch on the internet.
I'm not a bitch.
You talking about I'm playing
in real life, you fat fuck.
You're definitely a bitch. You see,
you won't. You know,
I would trip you.
You should understand the fact that these niggas is in the building together.
Hold on,
brother. Chase him. I'll have niggas chasing you.
Two clutch. Here we go. So in real life, you are telling me, Brandon, I will knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, if you came up,
you really believe that? I'm having a moment of honesty.
If you just call me what you just called me in real life in my face, I swear to God on everything I love, I'll probably switch your fat ass down.
Oh, you'll probably shoot me.
In reality, yeah, you don't think that.
So that makes you more of a bitch. So,
that makes you a super bitch.
So listen.
Out their name and not expecting that.
So listen. First, it was Brandon, I'll knock you the fuck out. Then when I said, so you really think you can knock me out? Well, in real life, I'll shoot you. That's what he basically said. I'll switch you down. We know you're a bitch. That's why I called you a bitch.
Bro, in real life,
because I knew you already. You know what bitches do? Bitches go get guns. First they say, I'm going to knock you out, and then they shoot you. They do suspect type shit.
No, I'm just being honest with you.
All right, so you'll see what that intro clip has to do with Brandon pulling up on a professional UFC coach on Mr. War Chief Jumbee himself. Y'all that seen the last video know exactly who I'm talking about, where this conflict started, the credentials of Jumbee, the credentials that are in question of Brandon are shit. He done dominated what? We're going on 3 weeks now of media time. And I think what Brandon just did is also going to dominate some media time. So what we're about to do is take a trip on over to the Viral Ways channel. We're going to see, because they pretty much put out the full version on their YouTube channel of what happened, of the confrontation that Brandon drove 45 minutes to have. So basically, Brandon drove 45 minutes to Jumbee's house, where if you look at his Instagram for 30 seconds, you scroll through a couple times, 1, 2, 3 scrolls, you can piece together that he's training professional UFC fighters in his garage. It's not a secret, it's not hidden, but Brandon's gonna pull up and say that this isn't a good enough setup for him to catch a fade in. I'll give my thoughts on all that later. Let's get into this content.
I'm going because I've been looking for your gym.
I have a private gym right here that I train and make a lot of good money out of, bro.
I know you ain't about somewhere.
He fought. Hey, he fought mixed martial arts and shit too. Eric, what belt are you?
Brown, 2 stripes.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of tournaments. I remember this guy.
Tell Eric, watch this. Eric, he said he's a world-class black belt.
I'm a black belt.
He said world-class.
Sorry, I got her no.
Eric, world-class.
Viral Way Promotions with the tripod and DSLR. W tripod. They were gonna get this in nice stable footage. We weren't gonna have to see no shakiness or no random zoom ins or none of that JCat shit that you be seeing in a lot of fight footage. This was gonna be a full-blown thing. Honestly, they could have thrown this on members only if it would have actually went down. But Brandon's about to continue ducking the fade right here. I just had to shout out that tripod usage.
I see you at tournaments if I never did no.
Is that world class, Eric?
Hey man, what are y'all gonna
do? This ain't
gonna
happen. So either y'all gonna go to another gym.
Yeah, we need to go to.
So like what's up?
Unless you gonna go with him to a gym, then it ain't.
This one he want. He ain't going.
No, I want to fight in the gym. I came all the way up here to not fight, nigga. I saw that, bro. If I fall,
Eric, how many gyms? Eric, set it up at Seaman Man chat. Eric, can we get it at Seaman Man?
Because that's what you.
He said he's gonna open the gym right now.
Yeah, go open the gym right now. Go open up one right now. I'll go with you,
bro. What?
Let's go. You said
you can go open up the keys to a gym. I'll go with you.
Where my gym is at, we can't do this late at night.
And mine is right here, and it's late at night, and you ain't roll.
This ain't a gym.
Come on.
All right, man.
This nigga's a pussy.
No, you're a pussy. You lied about what you got.
I'm sorry to waste y'all time. Y'all hungry?
Nah. You wait.
I got food at the house. Hey, I got food at the house.
Hey.
You want some pepper?
Your friend wasted time lying about
food at the house, gang.
We've been talking about this for 5 days. We could have made any gym in LA. He said he had CMMA. He said he had Black House. He said, I said, let's line it up.
I know it's a hot Labor Day weekend, but Brandon's shirt, the level of sweat that is showing through his shirt, from what I would assume was just a car ride. So you mean to tell me he collected all of this sweat in that little tiny shirt of his just from sitting in the vehicle? Do you not use your air conditioning? Adam's not paying you enough to use your AC, Brandon? What's going on here, buddy?
This dude freaking said, come to
And
my
you
garage,
said
I got
catch
a
the
gym.
fade
Where's the
tonight,
gym?
so I put the joint down and fucking wrapped up.
Nah, you
your
didn't
fat
put anything
goofy ass
down.
thing,
You didn't
man.
put anything
Brand
down.
fresh.
I'm good. Hey, look, that's how what nigga about to do.
You a bitch for sure.
You a bitch. Hey, wrap this shit up.
Yo,
Hey,
hey, my nigga about to play the fool,
Who
man.
out here fighting
hey,
here?
hey, Virgo, that's real ass Caribbean food.
It's hospitality, gang.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm about to call my baby mama out here so she can tell you how much of a fat bitch you are, nigga. Hey.
All right, so the tempers are going to start flaring up now as Brandon continues to complain about something he should have known before pulling up. Like I said earlier, you know, it's very obvious where Jumbee trains out of. The Jumbee kickboxing gym, it's very obvious that it is out of a garage. If you just scroll through the guy's Instagram for 5 seconds, there's videos of him training full-blown UFC fighters in the same garage. So it's good enough for them, but it's not good enough for Brandon. Brandon is above the UFC apparently. But then on top of that, isn't Brandon trying to take everything to the floor? Isn't he trying to wrestle, essentially? Isn't he the grappler? I feel like a confined environment. How's the garage a bad thing? We grew up running fades with gloves on in the garages. Backyard fades. We was doing that as kids. I don't know what Brandon was doing as a kid, but I was doing that as a kid. We was putting on the gloves and going to the homie's garage and running fades all afternoon. That was fun. Like, we was doing shit like that. When niggas weren't playing Madden and 2K and all that, that's what was going on. So I feel like for somebody who wants to wrestle, how are you going to turn down an open style fight in a confined space? Isn't a confined space more of an advantage to the wrestler? Like, what the hell? But let's get into these tempers flaring, because I have a lot to say about what Brandon is about to do right here.
Professional gym. Hey, brother. Listen.
So we gonna go to a real
Let's
gym.
go to a real gym.
on
I'm
another
down.
day. Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay.
I drove 45 minutes, nigga.
If anybody ever called me a faggot like I called this
No,
fat,
you're a
stupid bitch
faggot.
one, he would have did something. I'll go to whatever fucking gym this posing ass
Come on,
nigga
man,
wanna
watch
go
out,
to.
bro.
What's up, cuz?
Oh, now
What's up?
see.
I want to get
Get
your
your
point,
point, man.
No.
Straight up. I'm smoking niggas.
No, look.
Oh, you want to smoke?
I smoke a nigga.
Hey! Stop outside!
Somebody out their name and not expecting that.
So listen. First it was Brandon, I'll knock you the fuck out. Then when I said, so you really think you can knock me out? Well, in real life, I'll shoot you. That's what he basically said. I'll switch you down. We know you're a bitch. That's why I called you a bitch.
Okay. Stop outside! You want to play? You smoking niggas?
Hey, look, I'm not playing.
No, y'all said squabbling. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna leave it out of squabble. That's
Stop
that.
outside!
You think I'm running?
Hey, this your bag right here?
No, that's me.
He's literally running to the trunk. He went to the trunk to show that he has a weapon on him. He just burnished a weapon, however you say that word. He just flashed a weapon and chose not to use it, but just to let him know that he has one. So how do I take that as a viewer? I take that as the guy who agreed to show up to somebody's gym, garage, home, whatever the case may be. You agreed to meet up and fight like men. So a lot of y'all know who K-Mac the Great is, right? On Instagram, the Friendly Fade Factory. I forget the exact slogan, but basically put the guns down and put the gloves on. Box your problems out instead of shooting it out. Imagine if K-Mac, so Brandon's been acting like he's a K-Mac type of dude, right? Imagine if K-Mac set up a fade with somebody. It was a whole thing drawn out for a few days. They're going back and forth on live. All right, let's meet up at the park. We're going to catch a fade. Or meet up at, whatever. Wherever they want to meet up, we going to catch a fade. And then K-Mac with his whole Brandon message being put the guns down, put the gloves on. Then says, no, I'm not fighting you because I think I'm scared of you. Without saying it, that's what your actions are saying. I'm scared of you for whatever reasons. You feel the energy in person, despite having probably damn near 200 pounds on the guy. You feel the energy in person and now you're afraid. So you're saying, oh, okay. So since your body's a weapon, even though I've been marketing myself as being a weapon myself, but since yours is a weapon, I got to up blower on you. And I came to your house. Now, if he came to your house, is all, hey, whatever a nigga want to do at his crib, that, you know, he's defending his crib. But you came to his home to catch a fade and decided to threaten to up blower on him. Like, I'm gonna be real. That basically puts Brandon in a George Zimmerman type of category for me. You know, y'all can debate whatever you want about the whole George Zimmerman situation. At the end of the day, Brandon's antagonizing somebody just to then turn down a fade and threaten to end their life. That I will never respect. Run the fade with him. If it's such a problem, you know, that you guys have developed through online interactions, that you have drove to the man's home, or, you know, you thought you were pulling up to a full-blown UFC gym, apparently. Regardless, you pulled up to his gym. You pulled up to the designated meetup spot. Run the fade. Why are you threatening to up blower on him? This is worse than what Suspect did. Yeah, Suspect pulled out a Swiss Army knife, but you're threatening to full-blown shoot him? Hell no.
That's my shit. Yeah, if y'all ain't fighting, man.
You bitch. Hey, not too much smoke, niggas.
Get off, man.
We do that too.
We ain't doing cut, man.
Yeah, we not doing all that, bro. We just gonna keep this shit out of fade.
He don't want a fade, but I'm a bitch. Come run the fade. Sorry, yo, I really want the fade. This is where I train some of the best fighters in the world. I'm a striking coach. That my specialty is mixed martial arts, meaning that when niggas want to learn how to knock people out, defend takedowns, sprawl, defend submissions, they come to me. So that involves grappling, wrestling, all that. Judo, sambo, been doing it for 20 years. There's no fear in my heart of this man. Any martial artist when they came here, you call me a faggot, let's run it. Kumite rules. 30 minutes, whoever's the best man walks out. He don't want it. Headgears don't need it. Mats not needed. All that shit is sport for points. Did he pill out?
Oh my God, if he killed out.
He a bitch, cuz. Oh my mama, oh my kids, he a bitch. Oh my mom, bro. And I'll tell you, there's so many dudes. Shout out to everybody in the community. I've had beef with other fighters because of my mouth. I talk shit. I'm very territorial about my team. You disrespect one of my fighters, you guys see War Chief, all that. I've taken fights older, all that. Niggas have came here and just got it out the way. Just fuck it, bro. Let's go. I'm talking world champion. I'm talking niggas from different countries. That's what I'm known for.
All right, so again, trying threatening to show a weapon or whatever was going on when Brandon walked off camera. You know, Mr. Viral real when he ain't about to show him up in the blower because he planned on monetizing the video. And shout out to Mr. Viral for the great footage. They had the tripod ready to film the fight. But my thing is this. See, even Viral and them was prepared. They didn't know y'all was about to do this until a couple minutes before y'all got in the whips and drove down there. But they got prepared to pull up and do their job. You say that you train. Well, you don't even say it. We've seen evidence that you've trained. You're a trained fighter. You may have never became a professional fighter, but you're a trained fighter. I would assume that if you're in combat sports in any way, shape, or form, you would like to know something about your opponent. You're not just going into fights blindly. There's no way. You're supposed to be Mr. Research Man. You like to spit the facts and numbers and shit like that, right? Isn't that one of your calling cards supposedly? Now, of course, the Chat GPT allegations are looking very, very strong. Very strong. Like, so much that I don't even got to continue to talk about that. But my thing is this. If you supposedly come from a sports background, a football background, I think, maybe I'm typecasting you because you're a Long Beach dude, but we're just going to run with that. You come from a football upbringing. They teach you film study in football, bro. There's no way, football aside, actually, because that's great. That's where I learned it, at least. Learning how to break down your opponent, learning their strengths and weaknesses, what to exploit, what to look out for when their strengths are starting to flash, and trying to prepare for how you're going to stop that. You know, that whole chess match, all 11 players are going through their own individual chess match with their matchups. That's the beauty of football. But anyways, this isn't a football video. This is a Brandon ducking a fade video. And you're ducking the fade because oh no, I didn't know I was pulling up to a garage. How do you not know you're not? You know what I mean? Like how? How you gonna say you didn't know you were pulling up to a garage? It's plastered all over bro's Instagram. You can see that he's training professional UFC fighters out of a garage. You can see it clear as day. It's not a private Instagram. It's not like a close friend zoney type of thing. It's right there on the public feed. Garage training. Ace Boy Rio's in the background. It's all right there for all to see. Okay? So you want me to believe that Brandon the Bucci Bear, Brandon, I'm talking directly to you right now, sir. You come into my comments when I make videos about you and you argue with the viewers of the video. You don't even argue with me. You argue with what you scroll through all of the comments on the videos that I make about you occasionally, because you're an occasional subject on the channel, right? You scroll through to find the one you want to argue back with, and you leave an argument with the damn commenter. But my point is, you can't tell me that you didn't zoom in on the Google Maps or Waze or whatever map system you use. Even if you're still using MapQuest, you can't tell me you didn't see that where you're going is a residential neighborhood. And if you didn't, even as you're pulling up, you had to pull up. You knew it was residential. So you knew that it would be a garage. On top of that, again, it's right there on the dude's Instagram. If you're arguing with my commenters, I know damn well you scrolled to the first post he ever posted and looked at every single post. I know you did. There's no way you didn't scroll through every post this dude has ever posted before agreeing to pull up to fight him. There's no way you didn't Google him. There's no way you didn't read the articles about him. There's no way you didn't look at some fight footage. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that you didn't know you were pulling up to a garage. You pulled up to that garage, in my opinion, and you felt the energy and said, "Nah, you know what? I don't feel like fighting, bro. He might be able to beat my ass. I'm cool." And then you threatened something out of your backpack. Now, I don't think it was a suspect Swiss Army knife. Okay. You said, I mean, shit. To hell with what we think. You straight up said, "I'm shooting niggas." That's what you said. You're the same one who was out here acting like you a K-Mac the Great type of nigga. You're a liar and you're a hypocrite. We're gonna wrap this up with a video of Brandon calling out how Suspect asked for a fade. He's gonna confirm with Flacco. He's like, was Suspect not going around the office telling everybody that he wants to run a fade with me? He wants to run a fair fade. He wants to run a fair fade. So you did exactly what was done to you. You said you want to run a fair fade with bro. And then as things heat up, as that energy enters the room, you say, "You know what? Actually, I'm going to switch this shit down." Yeah, no, that's weak. That's weak. You done lost all my respect, Brandon, with how you've handled the situation. It's truly disgusting. If you want to meet up with bro on Labor Day in a structured environment, cool, but that shit's weak. You pull up to his house, and instead of running the fair one and going on shaking hands as men at the end of it and going on about your lives, you threatened to attempt to end somebody's life or multiple people's life. He had people sitting on the couch behind him and shit. You don't know what's going on behind his doors. Congratulations to fatherhood, brother. He could have had his kids playing behind him. You talking about you about to shoot niggas. That's weak. That's weak. That's some bitch ass shit. But anyways, this is the last time I'm talking on this video. Enjoy Brandon being a hypocrite as the outro. Again, this is a quick video. I got a banger that I'm trying to drop some point on Monday afternoon, Monday evening. So, y'all that come back to the channel every post, keep them noties on. I will be dropping a banger on the smack situation and back on Fig and all that. And, have a safe holiday. All of y'all, I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Have a good one. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, likes, comments, all that. Even if you hate me, Brandon supporters, you're welcome to comment too. Brandon, you're welcome to argue with people in the comments and act like you didn't look at bro's Instagram before the fight. But yeah, peace.
Gonna bring a weapon. I would have brought a gun and blew your head off right there. But the thing is, you said fade. I said, well, I'll give him that if that's what he really wants. Then he spit on me. Okay, you clearly want that. I jump up, you run first into the corner behind the security, and then you pull out. He would have pulled out a knife himself out because he said he wanted a fight, but then he pulled out a weapon. Then you spit, and you know what the reaction is going to be. You've been going around telling people you want to fight me. Am I wrong?
No.
He's been telling people, I'm calling you out to fight. I'm calling you out for a fate. So when you spit on me, you got what you wanted, but then you hold up like a and pulled out a knife. That's why the whole internet is like, bro is a mark. He marked himself out because he said he wanted a fight, but then he pulled out a weapon. I don't think there's I don't ascribe to this unspoken. You remember when suspect knocked your ass out?
Yes.
What if he would have pulled out a knife and tried to stab you? You would have said, wait, bro, I thought it was a fade.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't have happened.
But wouldn't you have said that? This was a fade.
I probably would have been like, yeah, this is not the.
We didn't agree to this because if you would have told me you were going to bring a weapon, I would have brought a gun and blew your head off right there. But the thing is, you said fade. I said, well, I'll give him that if that's what he really wants. Then he spit on me. Okay, you clearly want that. I jump up, you run first into the corner behind the security, and then you pull out a knife. I just have no respect for that.
Understandable, but still, like bringing attention to the knife in the manner you did, that is still kind of snitching, right?
What are you talking about? You pulled a knife out in front of cameras, nigga. There ain't no snitching necessary.
It wasn't on camera.
Yes, it was.
He probably didn't think